All right, so maybe I can start everything. So, hi, thank you once again. Thank you everyone to join our webinar. So, please, thank you very much for the time. Let me present for our teams right now for the No One Left Behind inclusion of the women and youth involvement in ocean protection. So for the introduction, as Unita already mentioned, here is in the panel we have Mana Natalia da Silva as a field assistant in Conservation International Timor Leste, and myself here, Prastiano Septiawan, as Lesser Sunda Conservation Officer from Konservasi Indonesia. So, as you guys already know, in a special, we already, Mas Tutus mentioned, Chan mentioned, and Delio mentioned, we all work in the same region in Lesser Sunda, but let us explain how we involve women and youth in every our implementation process. So, the problem statement, as we know, most of the time, an activity in conservation area is not inclusive for the woman. In high level discussion, usually man is dominating, and sometimes woman doesn't want to speak up for uh, a presentation. For such an example, in a village, whenever there's too many men, women feels like dominated and then didn't say what's in their mind. And also for the social inclusion in the youth, it's quite often youth is not included in key discussion. And also in some cases, sometimes they are exploited during a large scale grassroots action. Even so, we know there's a lot of potential in the youth that we can enhance. And next, I want to explain base for the approach or intervention in each our activities based on what we are doing. The first one is the marine protected area establishment process. For sure, there's a lot of process inside, starting from the participatory mapping, as Delio and Chan mentioned, and surveys for a biological survey, social, economic, and everything. Uh, and afterwards, having a lot of discussion in every level of government. And after that, we have the capacity building, such as like we enhance their knowledge, their awareness of the marine protected areas and the environment itself that we need to protect because we share this share world, share planet, and also inclusion in our expedition. As Master mentioned, we try to have a program that holistic in every aspect, and also we include several academic institutions, and from that we can involve the youth and the women to do expedition, such as marine migratory species expedition that Mastutus already mentioned, and also management learning exchange. Once again, as Mastutus mentioned, we went to Raja Ampat last week, and we learned so much from that. So, as I mentioned before, database survey, biophysics, social economic surveys, there's both sides in Indonesia and Timor Leste has done. Wetar Island, in Belu Part in Timor Island, and also in uh, Timor Leste, the biophysics surface for the coral reef, seagrass, mangrove is also protected in traditional knowledge such as Sasi or Tarabandu. Uh, a little bit different in Belu, it's Ukun Badu, we call. And also the social economic surveys, how the traditional knowledge benefits the the community itself as they protect the environment and then can sustain their livelihood from the specific species or some commodities that they save for the next generation. And awareness campaign we did we usually call MPA 101 socialization. In Timor Leste, we did MPA 101 an awareness campaign in primary schools and also in middle schools. So a lot of women and youth included in here. We have intervention, even though we have those challenge. Not so many women can speak up in some discussion, but we try to have this 30% participant that we have in activity. Each activity will be included by 30% of women, and also youth below 30 years old will be included. Meanwhile, in Indonesia, we try to have a special group, or not special group. We try to have one group with a woman if the woman didn't speak for what their thoughts. So for an example, in Wetar, sometimes in 30 participant, most of the participant will be like a 21 or 22 male, and 8 women in there usually sit on the back and then feeling shy to speak up for themselves or having an opinion. So in that time, we will separate into a group discussion, and then the woman can say what's on their thoughts, and we especially acknowledge their presence to sign all of the material that we had also. So yeah, and for the capacity building, as we mentioned before, youth is a key aspect for our future. We did a youth ocean jamboree last July. It consists 12 youth participants from Timor Leste and 8 from Indonesia. We did try to increase their capacity. We train them to become a diver to enhance their awareness on the environment, especially underwater and marine biota underwater. And also we train them to have marine mammal migration monitoring training. We had some transect over there in Belu, and then try to identify a species of the cetacean and marine mammal around areas. And also we did try to train them with fish identification with RAF, Beta's remote underwater visual sensors. And also we had this capacity building to let them choose and think about how we collect data, even though we finish our youth ocean jamboree at that time. So for example, until now, most of the youth are still reporting sighting of marine mammal migration, some whales, some dolphins, some even orcas that are passing by on the water Strait, Ombay Strait. And also sometimes they report as illegal fishing, such as a bombing in Indonesian part. So yeah, as I mentioned before, 8 youth and 3 women from Indonesia, and 12 youth and 3 women trained in Ocean Jamboree. A challenge that we had because we get the people, we get the youth directly in the remote area or in the village that doesn't have so many access to the big cities such as Wetar and Com in east of Timor Leste. So sometimes we get these people a bit too shy to speak, but after we train, at least they speak up for themselves to have their opinions. And this is the inclusion in expedition. After the Ocean Jamboree, some of the participants have their diving certification. So Conservation International included them to the reef check monitoring to assist the team to do reef check and fish monitoring. And also in October, we did also include the youth that joined in our Ocean Jamboree to do the scientific expedition, marine mammal migratory species, and it's still ongoing now. Even next week, we're gonna invite them over again for data analysis, and then try to include them to write a paper and publish it together with us and the academic university that involved. And also for the challenges we had, sometimes we don't have enough electricity in some area. Sometimes in winter, for example, we only have electricity on 6 p.m. until morning. So on the day, we try to show them with what we had with enough battery for some areas. So in Timor Leste, we did 3D photogrammetry with VR, virtual reality, for knowing the coral reef health monitoring underwater. And yeah, the same like in the expedition, we don't have electricity, and then we try to look everything with what we have with the bows and everything. So learning exchange. This is the point that we like as well. The management that already take place in Raja Ampat. So in Raja Ampat, they already include people from the village, especially women, to protect their ocean, and also to women in Indonesia is a provincial government that comes with us, and 2 women leader in village government of Timor Leste that join with us and having this learning exchange. So yeah, the last one is the conclusion and our recommendation and move forward. I think we think gender equity and social inclusion are essentials for the consideration from the very beginning of every program, as everyone deserves equal opportunities to contribute to the well-being of our shared planet. So we need to make place for them and then targeting them to join our program. So everybody have same rights. Right. So yeah, that's it from us. May our paths cross in the work we do for our shared world. Thank you. Back to you, Mayunita.
Yes, thank you very much, Mas Pres. I will start for the activity for the marine protected area establishment process in 2 new proposed area in Lamsana and Biako. In this activity, we involve also the volunteer that's include the youth and women in the volunteer. There are 10 students from 3 universities that we involve from UNTL, University, National University of Timor-Leste, and the other one is UNITAL. Before we start the survey, we do the refresh training for them. And then we go to the field, we do the survey and involve the communities that include the women and the youth also. So in the second activity, the awareness campaign, we involve the community, include the women and the youth, and also the student from the 3 municipalities, which is from our target area that implemented the SOMACORE program, is in Manatutu municipality, Likisa, and Bobonaro municipality. Next, please, Mom Pras. The other one, the reef check. Yeah, here. So in the expedition, we hired the volunteer from the two universities. They include the youth and the women, and then we work in the field for the reef check and mantato for the new proposed MPA that include the community inside, include the women and the youth in the target area, which is in the Lamsana and sorry, Lamsana and Inurhitu, the new proposed area. And then we also provide them for the photogrammetry training that the trainer is from, we have a collaboration with CI New Zealand that we have conducted the training last week for the youth. 5 youth include the Ocean Jamboree from Ocean Jamboree youth that Mount Pras mentioned before. So in the result from the 3D photogrammetry, we put inside the headset of VR so the community can see what the condition of the reef check in the MPA that they established in the 5 years ago. And the other activity that include me and the youth from the UNTL, the student, we joined the Marine Migratory Species Expedition in NTT. We goes from Alor to Wetar and then come from go with between the in the Lesser Sunda seascape. So the observations goes well, and this is the first time I joined the expedition. So this is the activity that we implemented in Timor Leste, especially in our target area, that we always involve the women and youth in our activities that we implemented in the field. That's all from me. Thank you.